Hello, everyone. Welcome back. My name's Parker. I cover transgender news. Sorry, I have been out for a few days. I had to have an emergency tooth extraction, and so I have been in bed on drugs, healing. Anyway, let's get to it. So lately, I've been seeing a lot of articles, attention, etc., towards conversion therapy. So I want to talk about it. And my favorite movie on this subject is But I'm a Cheerleader. If you haven't seen it, watch it. And I want to talk about this because the studies done on LGBT conversion therapy are insane. There are 700,000 LGBT people in the US who have undergone conversion therapy. And half of those people, so 350,000 of them, were children. The American Medical Association dropped support for programs offering gay patients, in quotes, the possibility of sex preference reversal in 1994. In 2009, the American Psychological Association concluded that sexual orientation change efforts are harmful and inducing depression, suicidal ideation, self-blame, guilt, and loss of hope in some people. A few years later, Exodus International, the largest Christian ministry promising to cure homosexuality through prayer and psychotherapy, closed after its leader apologized to gay men and lesbians and said he no longer believed people could rid themselves of those desires. So, according to an article from the New York Times, some groups are pushing for talk therapy that steers children and adolescents who identify as transgender to live in accordance with the sex they were assigned at birth. This push, which is playing out in legislatures and courts and fueling discussion among mental health professionals and parents, has led to a new round of sparring over whether such therapy would inflict the sort of harm on minors that led experts to reject conversion therapy for gay and lesbian teenagers. So, in December 2023, the Trevor Project produced a new report showing the extensive presence of practitioners of so-called conversion therapy across the U.S. This therapy is dangerous, discredited, and unscientific practices that attempt to change one's LGBTQ plus identity. So the Trevor Project identified more than 1,320 conversion therapy practitioners across 48 U.S. states and the District of Columbia. 605 of them had a professional license. So 46% of them had a professional license. 54% were operating in a ministerial or religious capacity. So 54% of these conversion therapists are not licensed therapists. They're not licensed to be doing this. This is religious indoctrination that goes against everything science and real data has proven. You can't pray the gay away. It doesn't work. So in 2023, the Trevor Project found that 1 in 20 LGBTQ plus young people reported being subjected to conversion therapy, and another 10% were threatened with it. Additionally, 15% of LGBTQ plus young people cited the fear of being subjected to conversion therapy as a reason they did not seek out mental health care. A 2020 peer-reviewed study published in the American Journal of Public Health found that LGBTQ plus youth who underwent conversion therapy were more than twice as likely to report having attempted suicide and more than 2.5 times as likely to report multiple suicide attempts within the last year. Another study in 2022, published in JAMA Pediatrics, found that the practice of conversion therapy on LGBTQ plus young people and its associated harms, including substance abuse, depression, anxiety, and suicide attempts, cost the U.S. economy a total of $9.23 billion annually. So the after effects of people going to these conversion therapists is costing the U.S. economy $9 billion a year. Conversion therapy has been condemned by every major medical and mental health organization as unscientific, ineffective, and dangerous. So in other words, it doesn't work. It leads to suicide because people realize they can't change these things. So I'm curious, are you someone who has experienced conversion therapy? I would love for you to leave a comment and tell me about your experience. And if you haven't seen But I'm a Cheerleader, go watch it tonight. It's a fantastic movie. It's one of my favorite movies in the world. So please like this video and follow me for more news. I'll be back soon, guys. Bye. Thank you.